Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This channel is all about incredible stories. Stories where something unusual happens that changes someone's life. Your job is to tell me what you think. Did it happen by chance or by God? If you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. My name is Don Jones. Welcome to By Chance or by God, the only podcast for skeptics with an open mind. The next 5 minutes could change your life. You might be wondering why I'm calling it a podcast, but this is a YouTube video. It's because I want to encourage comments down below, and YouTube seems to be a better place to put the comments than other things I've seen. So I'm looking for your comments after you've seen the video. This is episode number 1, and it's called On His Own. The story begins simple enough. A young couple have their first child, a boy. Seems like a normal, happy family. The first significant thing that happens is when the boy's 3. His dad sits him on his motorcycle and says, "Son, I love you and I love your mom, but I love myself more. I'm part of a motorcycle gang, and there are things I want to do that aren't compatible with having a family. So I'm leaving." Now it's just the boy and his mom. When the boy is 8, his mother is murdered, and he sees the whole thing. The rest of the family was off doing their own thing, so at 8 years old, he was completely on his own. He took to the street. When he was 15, he dropped out of high school. At 16, he joined a gang. By the time he was 17, he was strung out on drugs. Could have been heroin, PCP, crack cocaine. It didn't really matter as long as he was high. He said he was trying to hide from the pain, trying to fill a void he found deep inside. He was walking down the street thinking about ending his life. As he was walking, he noticed a church across the street. He thought he tried everything else, so maybe the church would have an answer. He met the doorman at the church who asked what he could do for him, and the boy said, "Probably nothing, but here's what I'm going through." He told the man what was on his heart and said, "If this church doesn't have an answer, I'm going to go home and end my life." At this point, the man at the door asked the boy if he'd be willing to meet with the pastor and tell him some of the things he's going through. The pastor didn't really look like a pastor. He wore jeans, t-shirt, long hair, tattoos. The pastor told the boy his life story. The pastor had grown up without a father. He had been involved in gangs and drugs, in and out of jail his whole life. In jail, someone told him about Jesus. He was told that Jesus would give him peace, joy, and happiness. He shared how he gave his life to the Lord, and his life was never the same. The boy told the pastor that even though he doesn't understand it, whatever Jesus did for the pastor, he wanted Jesus to do it for him. The boy prayed to receive Jesus as his Lord and Savior. But the story doesn't end there. The pastor said he wanted to share something else. He showed him a picture of a 3-year-old boy and said, "Geronimo, that boy is you, and I'm your father. And by coming here today, you have answered my prayer that I would be able to see my son and share the love of God with him." After that, Geronimo never used drugs again or went back to his old lifestyle. Now, what are the chances that this boy, who was planning on ending his life that night, would meet his father that he hadn't seen in 14 years, and at that meeting, that would turn his life around? Was it by chance or by God? You decide. Let me know the answer in the comments below, and feel free to ask any questions. There is a PS to this story. If you do a Google search for Geronimo Aguilar, Geronimo Aguilar, you'll see a story about a megachurch and a big fall from grace. What conclusions, if any, would you draw from the follow-up story? Let's discuss. Thanks for watching.